It's been a long time. Boku no. Boku no. Boku no. Boku no. Boku no Hero Academia. I had to get hype because I've been gone from the Bokus. But I'm back. Brandino Wolfensteino. This week and subsequent weeks in Boku no Hero, I'm gonna actually do a couple chops here because I'm just gonna do a recap of the chapters that I didn't catch up on, so that this video isn't like more than 10 minutes. Last chapter I read was when Ida was still down for the count, but he was starting to relive up to the name of Ignium. And basically at the point where he was done messing around and he was going for the true meaning of a hero. Arm was stabbed, he was on the ground. Meteora, I'm actually saying it right this time because I kept calling Meteora Medora, which is Meteora's Boku no, Medora is Toriko. So Meteora was sitting there getting ready to do an attack, but we didn't know what he was doing. But Ida says, I'll give up an arm to keep the name of Ignium bright, and he comes in with a kick. Meteora comes in with a punch. Blah, blah, blah. That was the last chapter I read. That was 54. So this is going to be 55, 56, and 57. Cutting back in. So, 55. We see, just as a quick recap. Okay, so 55. We also see that, they capture him, they got him down, and we also see on the other side of the city, Gran Torino is fighting with Todoroki's dad, the fire douche. And we see that, they're trying to hold this thing off, and then I guess they win. Because they kind of cut back, because I guess they took him down, and they cut back to Meteora stopping the Hero Slayer. So he's out, and they wrap him up and everything, and then they're coming back, and they meet with a group of people, and Gran Torino's like kicking him in the face. What are you doing here, kid? And he's like, like shit like that. But then, out of nowhere, now remember, those Normu, there's a couple of them, and a flying one came out of nowhere and basically like swooped up and was about to take Meteora, until the person who was initially a villain did a heroic act just to say that I'm not here to get people killed. I'm here to take out those who are staining what it means to be a hero. So he took out the Normu, one, and then he also tried to take out another guy and shit like that, which I think the Normu's blood just fell on the person's face, and that's why he like licked her or his face, because they had long hair, I couldn't tell. But it was like, you see him like at the end like spit and everything, and he's just like, this is my purge, this is my pride. So that was crazy. Next chapter. So now Endeavor, which is Todoroki's father, Endeavor finally shows up, and the hero killer, of course, is like ranting about how he's taking out all the phony heroes who are basically making the name of a hero garbage. He's taking those guys out, all the fakers. Then he's also going after the villains who are trying to do crap on the low that they don't need to be doing. He's basically just like anti-hero type, where he's still trying to be a hero, but he's a hero for his own cause, and his cause is kind of crazy, so they don't want anybody else dying. Endeavor shows up, and it's like, I'm gonna take you down. What are you guys doing? Come on, apprehend this guy. He shouldn't be a loose. And like, all of a sudden, now already, the hero killer already was giving off a lot of killing intent about, all of his ideals and everything. as soon as Endeavor showed up, I want to say his killer intent skyrocketed so much, you would have thought he powered up like a Dragon Ball Z character. His level of killer intent, you know what? I'll base it on something else. If you ever read Toriko, for those who aren't reading Toriko, because why aren't you? Come on. If you ever seen Toriko all the way from the beginning, they used to have this thing which was basically called intimidation. And they would take their inner force and drive it out, so much so that it would form a gigantic demon around them, that you would see the demon and not them. And then you would be like in shock because you don't want to mess with the demon. But that's just their physical force manifesting as a physical creature. And this one, it just came out as you just feel the waves of raw killing intent. And it's like, he's sitting there saying like, Endeavor, another faker. Like, the only person allowed to kill me is All Might. And he's like, you're thinking to yourself like, okay. So, what he basically just said is like, he's out here taking out all of the fake heroes that don't deserve the name. And All Might is one of the ones that do. All Might's the greatest. Anyway, but so of course at this point he's like so kind of like just like on the verge of like cracking under the pressure after all of the damage he took, because he just got hit one by a punch from an actual one for all strike. He got hit by a full reciprocal kick from Ida, and then he also got hit by Todoroki's like flame shot. So this guy is messed up. He is messed up. And the fact that of course he had a blade hidden, like, yo, this dude got blades everywhere. But it's crazy that, you know, he was still able to stand and actually able to give off so much killer intent. And you look at him, he looks like a skeleton. Like, this dude is like charred to the bone from the fire. And it's like he's just still raging out, and he goes unconscious. And it's like, and he's still standing. So he's like standing up, staring at them with like all the rage in the world, but he's unconscious. And it's like, man, this guy's really got some serious intent. Like, he's really trying to slay everybody. Cuts to the people in the hospital. Everybody's basically bandaged up, and they're like, oh man, you know, it's crazy that we survived this. And it's like, yeah, I know. And then it's like, Meteora was like, well, I mean, even my leg, you know, he if he wanted to kill me, he could have severed my leg straight the hell off. I don't think he was trying to kill us. I think he was just trying to do his own plan, and we just happened to be there. And they were like, yeah, you know, that kind of seemed like what it was. Gran Torino comes in, and then the chief of police, which is so funny how some of these characters are straight up animals, but they're regarded as people. I mean, like, people kind of think animals are people, but you know. But like, he literally, at the end of this chapter, he calls himself a human, and it's like, yo, dog, you have a dog face. You have a legitimate drawn dog face. You are a dog man. You're not a man. But he goes through the whole like, this is what the scandal is, and this is what's going to happen to you guys because you went outside the lines of the law, and you should be reprimanded. And of course, Todoroki ain't having none of that. He's like, what you mean? We are supposed to be heroes. Saving human lives is what a hero is about. Don't try to hit me with no, oh, we gotta follow regulations. Regulations don't mean nothing if somebody's about to die. And like the dude, the dog guy's just like sitting there like, you guys really are still eggs, aren't you? Like, kind of just basically saying like they're still enclosed in the glorification of being a hero. So they're still on the juvenile ideas of what it is. Which, what I think about most times in life, the juvenile idea is what it should be. But of course, all of these moral gray areas that happen all around it is what makes it so complicated. But the general juvenile idea is what it should be. But anyway. So he's like, and Gran Torino's, because Todoroki's like just sitting there spouting off, and Gran Torino's like, let him finish. So then he does like basically like how some cool cops do. They're like, you know, you should be reprimanded. And even though you should be praised, if you were to get out there and get praised, you know, they should expect you to still be reprimanded because it's the law. But due to the fact that only a couple people seen this, and I mean a couple people meaning you couple people, and probably like one weird bystander that just happened to be walking by, we're going to brush this under the rug. And as long as you guys keep things under wraps, I won't have to use the law to reprimand you guys. You won't get any praise, but the only praise you're going to get is the praise from me, because you guys did an excellent job. And they're all like, oh man, that's nice. But then, and at the end of the chapter, they're like, yeah, it's cool that, we got some praise, but, we can never tell anybody about this. And this is some real stuff that's going on. So in the last chapter, we get a recap of the battle that basically happened. Just the aftermath and how the news teams, how media basically spins anything that happens into something that will eventually reach where it's not supposed to reach. So then they go back to all of the other kids that are with their senseis in retrospect. And each of them are going through their own trials, and Uraka's like calling Deku, and Deku's still being a kid like, oh, I never talk to girls. So then they go through that whole thing, and then we get the talk between Gran Torino and All Might. And you find out that basically the kid that was the hero killer, because he's kind of like an adult now, but he used to be a student at the Hero Academy, but dropped out after he saw like the fakers out there. So you see like these seeds of hatred off of this stuff, and he's basically telling All Might like, eventually you're gonna have to tell him what All for One was about. Like, how did you get it? Who was it for? And what did it do? Because Deku is about to gain a power that he really needs to learn what happened to it. And seeing this guy come out of nowhere who has such a strong ability as well, you would wonder what was in All Might's past that is so detrimental that Gran Torino's like, you have to tell Deku, like, now. So after that, you notice that because of the hero killer, all of the psychopaths and villains and all of them are starting to gather. They're starting to stir, and they're starting to collaborate again, which is something that everybody was worried about. So hopefully Deku and All Might got the thing covered. But that's all that happened in Boku no, a crazy couple of chapters. Like, I'm sad that I fell off a little bit, but a crazy couple of chapters, and we're waiting for next week to come out. So don't let the fact that even though a hero at their core does what's right, even when no one can know about it, get you down, because the dawn always rises on a new day. That thing would be to subscribe. If you haven't already, check out my new Toriko video. Should be dropping before this one. It's over here. It's over here. I think I'll post up one of my old Boku no videos over here. And Wisdom Wednesdays, the shirt. And I hope you guys actually like this one. It's been a while, and the weird thing is I usually don't post stuff on Friday because usually my Fridays are jam-packed. And then I used to try to post stuff on Fridays because, I actually had Friday off, but when I was working really hard and Fridays kept, grinding me out, blah, blah, blah. But I hope you guys liked the video. Check out that video and this video and the Wisdom Wednesdays. The annotations just don't work. Come on, YouTube. What are you doing? But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys read some more Boku no. I guess what's next?